everyone, welcome to the fourth prose unit in your syllabus called Bipin Chaudhary's Loss of Memory by Satyajit Ray. In this video, I will first introduce the author and the story. After that, I'll explain part 1 and 2 of the story line by line along with a discussion of difficult words and their meanings. So let's jump straight into the introduction now. Satyajit Ray was born on 2nd of May 1921 and he died on 23rd of April 1992. He was born in Calcutta in Bengal Presidency. Ray was an Indian film director, writer and illustrator. He was a very well-known name in the direction world and he had directed a lot of Indian movies. The government of India honored Ray with the Bharat Ratna, the highest civilian award, in 1992. Now let me give you a brief introduction about the story. This story revolves around a man named Bipin Chaudhary who doesn't remember his trip to Ranchi while everyone else does. So he asks his friends and everybody remembers that trip except for him. The story keeps the reader hooked as we try to figure out the cause of Bipin Chaudhary's mysterious forgetfulness. We don't know why he's forgetting this whole trip, and as a reader we are trying to constantly find the reasons of his forgetfulness. All his friends seem to remember things that he has no idea about, and they are also able to tell him a lot of details about this trip. Has Bipin Chaudhary really lost his memory? Let's find out. Now that I've introduced the story to you, let's start reading it. Every Monday on his way back from work, Bipin Chaudhary would drop in at Kali Charan's in New Market to buy books. Crime stories, ghost stories and thrillers. He had to buy at least 5 at a time to last him through the week. He lived alone, was not a good mixer, had few friends and didn't like spending time in idle chat. Today at Kali Charan's, Bipin Babu had the feeling that somebody was observing him from close quarters. He turned round and found himself looking at a round-faced, meek-looking man who now broke into a smile. So the protagonist, the main character of the story, is Bipin Chaudhary, who loved to go to Kali Charan. Kali Charan is a bookstore in New Market and he went there to buy different kind of books. Bipin Chaudhary was an avid reader and he liked to read at least 5 books in 1 week. He brought crime stories, ghost stories and thrillers every week. Bipin Chaudhary used to live alone because he was not a good mixer, which means that he was not fond of talking to people or socializing with people. He did not like to spend time in talking uselessly, in idle chat. So obviously he kept himself busy reading books. He had no time for talking to other people. Bipin Chaudhary or Bipin Babu noticed that somebody was observing him very closely. Close quarters means very closely. He turned around to see who it was and he found out that a man with a round face and meek. Meek means humble or polite disposition. This man was smiling at Bipin Babu as if he already knew him. "I don't suppose you recognize me. Have we met before?" asked Bipin Babu. The man looked greatly surprised. "We met every day for a whole week. I arranged for a car to take you to the Hudru Falls in 1958 in Ranchi. My name is Parimal Ghosh." Ranchi? Now Bipin Babu realized that it was not he but this man who was making a mistake. Bipin Babu had never been to Ranchi. He had been at the point of going several times but he never made it. He smiled and said, "Do you know who I am?" So this man knows Bipin Chaudhary. He is smiling at him and it seems that he knows Bipin Chaudhary very well. He tells him about the time when he visited Ranchi, when Bipin Chaudhary had visited Ranchi. And this man had arranged a car to take Bipin Babu to Hudru Falls, and this was in the year 1958. However, Bipin Babu is convinced that this meek-looking man, this quiet-looking man is mistaken because he had never visited Ranchi even after planning for it many times. So to clear the confusion, Bipin Chaudhary asks him if he knows his name at all. The man raised his eyebrows, bit his tongue and said, "Do I know you? Who doesn't know Bipin Chaudhary?" Bipin Babu now turned towards the bookshelves and said, "Still, you're making a mistake. One often does. I've never been to Ranchi." The man now laughed aloud. So the man correctly identifies Bipin Chaudhary by his name. He tells him that he is Bipin Chaudhary, but Bipin Babu is convinced that this is some sort of a mistake because he had never visited Ranchi ever. What are you saying, Mr. Chaudhary? You had a fall in Hudru and cut your right knee. I brought you iodine. I had fixed up a car for you to go to Netrahat the next day, but you couldn't because of the pain in the knee. Can't you recall anything? Someone else you know was also in Ranchi at that time, Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee. You stayed in a bungalow. So the man clearly remembers a lot of details from Bipin Babu's Ranchi trip. He recalls every little detail such as Bipin Chaudhary's fall in Hudru Falls and how he cut his knee then. The man reminds him that he had bought iodine for his cut, due to which his visit to Netrahat the next day was also cancelled. And he also reminds Bipin Babu that his friend Dinesh Mukherjee was also with him on the trip. So this man is convinced that Bipin Babu had gone to Ranchi, but Bipin Babu is not paying any attention to him at all. He says that he has never been to Ranchi at all. You said you didn't like hotel food and would prefer to have your meals cooked by a bawarchi. Mr. Mukherjee stayed with his sister. You had a big argument about the moon landing, remember? I'll tell you more. You always carried a bag with your books in it on your sightseeing trips. Am I right or not? So this man further reveals other details from the trip, and he tells Bipin Babu about his peculiar choices, about his strange choices, about his specific choices about the food, that he wanted his food to be cooked by a bawarchi. And he also tells him about the arguments and conversations that Bipin Babu had with his friend Dinesh Mukherjee about the moon landing. He also seemed to know that Bipin Babu carried a bag full of books on his sightseeing trips. So we see how this man knows a lot about Bipin Babu. He claims that he interacted with Bipin Babu for over a week, but Bipin Babu doesn't remember him at all. Look at Bipin Babu's calm reaction, as if he doesn't care at all. He still thinks that this man is mistaken in some way. Bipin Babu spoke quietly, his eyes still on the books. Which month in 58 are you talking about? The man said, October. No, sir, said Bipin Babu. I spent puja in 58 with a friend in Kanpur. You're making a mistake. Good day. Very strange. One evening I had tea with you in the veranda of your bungalow. You spoke about your family. You said you had no children and that you had lost your wife 10 years ago. Your only brother had died insane, which is why you didn't want to visit the mental hospital in Ranchi. So Bipin Chaudhary told this man that in October of 1958, he spent the Durga Puja with his friend in Kanpur. But still this man is not ready to accept this fact at all. He keeps on giving him more and more information as a proof that Bipin had actually visited Ranchi in October of 1958. He tells him about the death of his wife 10 years ago and that he had no children. He also told Bipin Babu that he knows that his brother had gone insane. Insane means mentally unstable or mad. So this made Bipin Babu avoid the mental hospital in Ranchi. So you see how this man knows almost all the important life details of Bipin Babu, and yet Bipin Babu doesn't know him at all. He doesn't seem to remember this man at all. When Bipin Babu had paid for the books and was leaving the shop, the man was still looking at him in utter disbelief. So the man looked at Bipin Chaudhary in utter means absolute disbelief. He couldn't believe that this man doesn't remember him at all. He couldn't believe that Mr. Chaudhary has completely forgotten about his 7-day long trip to Ranchi. So it was very strange that he had completely forgotten about it. Bipin Babu's car was safely parked in Bertram Street by the Lighthouse Cinema. He told the driver as he got into the car, just drive by the Ganga, will you, Sitaram? Driving up the Strand Road, Bipin Babu regretted having paid so much attention to the intruder. He had never been to Ranchi, no question about it. It was inconceivable that he should forget such an incident which took place only 6 or 7 years ago. He had an excellent memory, unless Bipin Babu's head reeled. So Bipin Babu sat in his car and he ordered the driver Sitaram to drive along the Ganga river. Intruder means an unwanted person, someone who interrupts something. So Bipin Babu is very upset that he paid so much attention to this man who clearly was uninvited, he was unwanted, he was just disturbing Bipin Babu when he was trying to shop for his books. He's very sure of himself that he has never been to Ranchi. So see how he says that there is absolutely no question about it, because he could not have forgotten something that happened only 7 years back. He's very sure that he has not forgotten about it, about this trip, and he has never been to this trip. Look at how the narrator slowly becomes unsure. And in the last line he says, unless Bipin Babu's head reeled. So this shows that Bipin Babu is confused and is slightly frustrated. Was he losing his mind? But how could that be? He was working daily in his office. It was a big firm and he was doing a responsible job. He wasn't aware of anything ever going seriously wrong. Only today he spoke for half an hour at an important meeting. And yet, and yet the man knew a great deal about him. How? He even seemed to know some intimate details. So we see how Bipin Babu is all confused now. He's thinking to himself if he's lost his mind or not. But he thinks that it is not possible because he's working well in his office. But then again, he starts thinking about how this man knows such intimate details. Intimate means personal details about him. He has no idea how this man knows so much about him when he doesn't even remember this man at all. The bag of books, wife's death, brother's insanity, the only mistake was about his having gone to Ranchi. Not a mistake, a deliberate lie. In 58, during the pujas, he was in Kanpur at his friend Haridas Bagchi's place. All Bipin Babu had to do was write to. No, there was no way of writing to Haridas. Bipin Babu suddenly remembered that Haridas had left with his wife for Japan some weeks ago and he didn't have his address. So the man remembers the personal details about Bipin Babu, such as his bag of books, his wife's death, his brother's insanity. He clearly knows Bipin Babu very well. He knows him very closely. Bipin Babu, however, clearly remembers that he was in Kanpur with one of his friends known as Haridas Bagchi, who now lives in Japan. At first, he thinks of writing a letter to him to confirm that he spent the puja with him in the year 1958. But where was the need of proof? He himself was fully aware that he hadn't been to Ranchi, and that was that. The river breeze was bracing, and yet a slight discomfort lingered in Bipin Babu's mind. So Bipin Babu is trying really hard to convince himself that there was no need for proof that he had never been to Ranchi. So you can see how Bipin Babu is in constant conflict. His mind is busy thinking if he has ever been to Ranchi or not. He is almost sure that he has been with his friend. But a slight means a little discomfort lingered. Lingered means remained in his mind. So we see that he is trying to be sure, but he is still doubtful about the fact whether he has visited Ranchi or not. Around Hastings, Bipin Babu decided to roll up his trousers and take a look at the right knee. There was the mark of an old inch-long cut. It was impossible to tell whether the injury had occurred. Had he never had a fall as a boy and cut his knee? He tried to recall such an incident, but couldn't. So Bipin Babu is still travelling in his car. He is all confused when he takes a look at his knee. He finds that there's a cut mark from an injury that he doesn't remember at all. He looks at his knee and he doesn't remember this injury at all. This cut mark resembles the cut that Mr. Parimal Ghosh had been telling him about. But now that he doesn't know where the cut had come from, he became even more confused about the whole situation. Then Bipin Babu suddenly thought of Dinesh Mukherjee. The man had said that Dinesh was in Ranchi at the same time. The best thing surely would be to ask him. He lived quite near in Beninandan Street. What about going right now? But then, if he had really never been to Ranchi, what would Dinesh think? If Bipin Babu asked for a confirmation, he would probably conclude Bipin Babu was going nuts. No, it would be ridiculous to ask him, and he knew how ruthless Dinesh's sarcasm could be. So Bipin Babu is reminded of one of his friends called Dinesh Mukherjee who lived in Beninandan Street. He is told by that strange man that Mr. Mukherjee had visited Ranchi with Bipin Babu. So he thinks of confirming the facts about his supposed Ranchi trip with him. But then he thinks that it will look odd to ask him if it is really untrue. Because if they actually did not go to Ranchi, his friend would think that he is going nuts. Nuts means mad. So his friend would think that he is going mad because they have never been to Ranchi. He thinks that it is ridiculous. Ridiculous means weird or strange to ask him for confirmation. He knows that his friend could be ruthlessly sarcastic. Ruthless means merciless. So he knows that he cannot ask his friend for confirmation because his friend will make fun of him if they had not gone to Ranchi at all. Sipping a cold drink in his air-conditioned living room, Bipin Babu felt at ease again. Such a nuisance. Just because they have nothing else to do, they go about getting into other people's hair. After dinner, snuggling in bed with one of the new thrillers, Bipin Babu forgot all about the man in the new market. So now Bipin Babu has come back to his home and he's comfortably sitting in his living room with his AC turned on and he's sipping a cold drink now. Now that he was home, he was relaxing, right? He was very worried about the whole episode earlier, but now he is relaxing. He had his dinner and he snuggled. Snuggled means he got comfortable in his bed with one of the new books that he had bought. It was a thriller. He got lost in his new book and finally forgot about the strange man that he had met and about the whole Ranchi episode that he had no memory of. So finally he is home, he is relaxing, and he is very irritated with that man, but he tries to forget about it. He starts reading his new book and he forgets about the whole thing. Next day in the office, Bipin Babu noticed that with every passing hour, the previous day's encounter was occupying more and more of his mind. If the man knew so much about Bipin Babu, how could he make such a mistake about the Ranchi trip? Just before lunch, Bipin Babu decided to ring up Dinesh Mukherjee. It was better to settle the question over the phone. At least the embarrassment on his face wouldn't show. 235616. Bipin Babu dialed the number. So the next day, Bipin Babu was in his office and he could not stop thinking about his encounter. Encounter here means about his meeting with that strange man in the bookshop. He's still thinking how it was possible for this man to know so much about him. So he finally decides to call Dinesh Mukherjee, his friend, and settle the matter once and for all. He wanted to find out if Mr. Mukherjee had gone on a trip with him to Ranchi or not. After much mental debate, Bipin Babu finally decides not to meet Dinesh Mukherjee face to face and only call him to save himself from the embarrassment if they had not actually gone on that trip. So now Bipin Babu is dialing his friend. Hello? Is that Dinesh? This is Bipin here. Well, what's the news? I just wanted to find out if you recalled an incident which took place in 58. 58? What incident? Were you in Calcutta right through that year? That's the first thing I want to know. Wait just a minute. 58? Let's just check my diary. For a minute there was silence. Bipin Babu could feel that his heartbeat had gone up. He was sweating a little. So Bipin Babu calls his friend Dinesh and he asks him where he had been in the year 1958. His friend asks him to hold on the call to check his diary. Hello? Yes, I've got it. I'd been out twice. Where? Once in February, nearby to Krishnanagar to a nephew's wedding. And then, but you'd know about this one. The trip to Ranchi, you were there too. That's all. But what's all this sleuthing about? No, I just wanted to... Anyway, thanks. Bipin Babu slammed the receiver down and gripped his head with his hands. He felt his head was swimming. A chill seemed to spread over his body. There were sandwiches in his tiffin box, but he didn't eat them. He had lost his appetite. So his friend Dinesh tells him that he had gone out twice during 1958. He also asks Mr. Bipin why he was sleuthing. Sleuthing means why he was inquiring or investigating. He also tells Bipin Chaudhary that one of these times he went out with Mr. Bipin to Ranchi. Bipin Babu is stunned to hear this. He is too shocked to hear this. He has no words. So he immediately disconnects the phone without even completing his sentence. He slams. Slams means hitting something very hard. He is angry and frustrated because everyone else seems to remember this trip. That strange man remembers this trip and even his friend remembers this trip. But he himself doesn't remember anything at all. He felt his head swimming. It means that he starts to feel dizzy and he holds his head in his hands. His body started to become cold. He couldn't even eat his food as he lost his appetite. Appetite means hunger. So he wasn't hungry anymore. So we saw how Mr. Bipin Chaudhary encounters a strange man in the bookshop who reminds him of his trip to Ranchi, but he doesn't remember anything at all. This man also tells him a great number of details from the trip, which makes him even more confused. So finally, when his friend confirms that he had actually gone on the trip with Mr. Bipin, he loses his mind completely and he becomes totally frustrated because he doesn't remember anything from the trip at all. So that was it for this video. In the next two parts, we'll solve the mystery of Bipin Babu's lost memory. Thanks a lot for watching.